Welcome to our practice. As you can see, we're going to be using the wall pretty much immediately. So go ahead and put your mat up to the wall and then something to sit on and Sukhasana, that's open space with one. Elbows back, shoulders relaxing downwards. The heart lifting towards the sky and the chin gently lowering. Soft, smooth inhalations and exhalations. And then lifting the hands, folding the palms together firmly. Relax the feet, relax the thighs. Lift the center of the chest. Lower the chin. Inhale. Releasing the hands. Keep the shoulders rolling back, lifting the chin up. Keep the vibration of the Om rolling through us as we open the eyelids. And moving whatever we were sitting on out to the side, let's find our first asana of the day. Ardha Mukha Svanasana with the heels lifted and the backs of the heels pressing against the wall. So not the underneath, but the backs. Alright, spreading the palms and fingers widely. And let's enter, walking the feet back, the backs of the heels finding the wall, adjusting the distance between the hands and the feet to best suit your bodies today. And then when you're ready, go ahead and straighten the legs, pressing into the heels, keeping the heels firmly pressing, consistently pressing into the wall. And now looking up and walking forward, really articulate, bend the legs as you walk them forward, place them, turn the toes in, the heels out, hanging Uttanasana. So holding the elbows, the upper arms, moving the upper arms back behind the ears and lowering the head so the chin is close to the throat. Invite the openings in, greet them with breath, greet them with noticing. And then looking up, releasing the fingertips to the floor, bending the knees, belly button towards the lower back, and rolling back up to stand. Feet together. Tadasana. Alright, opening the shoulders, the arms a little bit before we move to a downward dog with our hands against the wall. So very simply, coming in to the wall and placing your right hand, with the fingers facing up, in line with the shoulder. So again, I have a little bit of an odd wall, but hopefully your wall is flat. And spread the fingers widely, connect the whole hand to the fingers. The body may want to turn towards the wall, towards the right arm a little bit. So use your left hand to slightly pull the ribs away, twisting in the opposite direction. Press the shoulder down, keep that right arm firm. Now turn the head away from the wall to the left. Keep the right shoulder down, keep pressing out through the right arm. And now turn the head towards the wall to the right. And now back in front. And release. Changing sides. So hand to the wall, fingers up. And lining the hand as much as possible up with the shoulder. Don't let this left shoulder lift up. Press it down, shoulder blades down. Elbow firm. Now with your right hand, hold your left rib cage and move it slightly to the right to avoid any turning towards the wall. Shoulders down. Now turn your head away from the wall to the right. Keep extending out through that left arm. Don't let the elbow get wobbly. Move the left shoulder down, left shoulder blades down. And now turning the head to the left. And exhale. And releasing. Turning around. Right hand to the wall. This time the fingers like this, out to the side. So the hand lined up as much as possible with the shoulder. Firm the elbow. For those of you who have a tendency to overextend, don't overextend. You have to think differently. You have to think with a little micro bend. We want a nice straight arm where the elbow doesn't bulge out this way or isn't bent that way. Shoulders down. Move the trunk in the opposite direction. Relax the jaw. Now turn the head away from the wall to the left. Keep extending out through that right arm. And head towards the wall. And then releasing and changing sides. So left hand to the wall, fingers like this. On the wall, hand lined up with the shoulder, watch the elbow. If it has a tendency to bend, firm it up, press into the heel of the hand. If you're an overextender, micro bend and straighten it up. Now move the trunk away from the wall. Shoulders down, lats in. Shoulder blades going down the back, hand pressing forward. Turn the head away from the wall to the right. Keep the back of the neck long as you turn it. And keep extending out through that left arm into the left hand, into the wall. And now turning the head to the left towards the wall. And exhaling and releasing. Oof, that feels fantastic. You can start to feel it coming up the neck too as the shoulder gets open. Okay, and now the fingertips turned under. So right hand to the wall, fingertips turned under. Splay the fingers apart. Get broadness in the hands, broadness in the fingers, broadness in the fingertips. And to press. Don't let this shoulder hunch up. Press it down and extend out. Ribs moving in the other direction. And now turning the head away from the wall, back of the neck long. Keep extending out through that right arm. And then head to the wall. And then back to the center. And unpeel yourselves from that to the left-hand side. Fingertips facing down. Find the ideal position, watch the elbow, watch the shoulders. And then move the ribs away so they're not turning towards the wall. Now turn the head to the right. Keeping the chin close to the throat so the back of the neck is long. And now the head to the left, turning, swiveling gently, keeping the back of the neck long as we turn. And then the head back to the center, and releasing that. Alright, Adho Mukha Svanasana now, with our hands against the wall, the thumb and index finger to the wall. See how this helps the shoulders to stay broad, the inner elbows are facing forward. So take a moment to look at your inner elbows and try to keep them fixed in that position as we come into Adho Mukha Svanasana. The heels lifted, the knees bent at first, keeping your eyes fixed on the inner elbows as you push yourselves away from the hands. Inner elbows facing forward, sit bones lifting higher, femurs coming into the hips. Inhale. And exhale, straightening the legs, lift the lower sit bones higher and lowering the head down so the back of the neck is long. Keep the shoulders broad. And then looking up and walking in towards the wall. We're going to do a hanging uttanasana, but with our backs against the wall. So feet the width of the mat, toes and heels out, chin towards the throat. The knees are bent just a little bit, getting as close as you can. And now, holding onto the elbows, the upper arms, bring the elbows to the wall, chin to the throat. Inhale. And exhale, straighten the legs and draw those femurs into the hip sockets. Press the feet down. Extend the roots out of the feet several hundred meters down as you continue to suck the knees up, the thighs up, the femur bones in. And then releasing the hands, fingertips to the floor, bend the knees slightly, and rolling back out. Stay right where you are. Put the hands to the wall in line with the shoulders, the width of the shoulders. Walk the feet back now until the arms are straight. Be on the fingertips. Don't let the shoulders hunch up, press them down. Lats in, feet parallel, legs firm. And now walking the hands up a little bit and up. Just on the fingertips, walking up. The feet can come in as needed, but not too close. Keep walking the hands up. Keep the shoulders broad. And then lowering the head so the ears are in line with the inner arms. Don't let the buttocks swing forward. Don't bring any softness to the lower back. Keep reaching the arms up, pressing the shoulder blades forward and pressing the shoulder blades down. Right shoulder to the right, the left shoulder to the left. The elbows firm. And then walking the fingertips back down. And releasing. Okay, we are going to continue with some lovely shoulder openers using the wall and taking a blanket. So this is what we call a Sarvangasana blanket, how you would fold it if you're using it for Sarvangasana. And then we fold that in half, and then we fold that in half, so we have a nice chunky blanket. All right, just holding that in. Now, you're going to come to the wall, and you're going to, well, let me turn around so you can see it from here, and then I'll go back to my position. Through the plants I go. You're going to come to the wall, and you're going to extend your right arm out, the hand not in line with the shoulder, but not down by your side, out in a diagonal like this. Okay? So I'm coming in, extending the right arm to a diagonal, because we can't see it very well, but it's there, and we know what we're doing. Okay, and now we are turning away from that hand and stepping the leg closest to the wall, the right leg forward and the left leg back. Keep the knees slightly bent. Keep that right arm extended, the elbow firm. You can feel the shoulder being opened as you roll it back. Now place the blanket in against the inner shoulder so that it's supporting it. There we go. And then the left hand on the wall, pushing yourselves, pushing the ribcage away from the wall. Keep rolling the front of that right shoulder back, pressing the top of the shoulder down, and keeping the hand firm. And now straighten both of the legs. Push even more, turn away from the wall. That's it. And 3, and 2, and 1. Releasing, coming out, face the wall again. Now hold the blanket with the right hand, and let's extend our left arm, so not in line with the shoulder, not down below, at a diagonal. The blanket is going to come on the inner shoulder. You can really see the arm now. And we are turning away from the wall. Left leg forward, right leg coming back. Bend the knees a little bit and place your right fingertips on the wall, helping you to press to turn the trunk away from the wall. Keep extending through the left arm, the heel of the hand firm, rolling the left shoulder back. And now straighten both of your legs. Continuing that action. And exhaling. And releasing. Let's do it one more time, and this time with the hand a little bit higher. If it doesn't feel right, if it's too much with the hand higher, take it back down to the diagonal. So, right arm extended. You don't want to go any higher than your actual shoulder, just so you know that. So press, extend, support the inner shoulder as you roll it back with the blanket. Begin to turn. Right leg forward, left leg back. Straighten the legs. Left hand pushing in the wall to help you to turn the trunk away from the wall. Keep the elbow firm, the heel of the hand firm. And lift the chest. The head is also turning away from the wall. Beautiful. The head comes back to the middle. And then we turn back towards the wall. The right arm bends in. Last one, changing sides. Left arm extended if you can, have the hand in line with the shoulder and move the chunky blanket to support the inner left shoulder. Begin to turn away from the wall, left leg coming forward, right leg coming back, and straighten the legs. Right hand pressing into the wall to help the trunk turn away from the wall. Left arm firm, shoulder firm, and heel of the hand firm. And then head back to the front. Turning back in. Bringing that arm, releasing. Just move the blanket to the side and find this pose that we did just before this little cycle, where we walk the fingertips up, the arms are straight, not allowing the buttocks to dip in. Firm heels, keep stretching the arms, shoulders broad. Lowering the head so the back of the neck is long. Trapezius muscles going down the back. See if the hands can climb higher. Shoulder blades pressing forward and going down the back. Notice what openings are coming to the shoulder, to the armpits. And then walking the fingertips back down. And coming out. Alright, so we're feeling more openings there. So now just standing here before we move into standing poses, I'm going to turn around so you can see what's happening. The feet are spread for stability. The arms stretched, fingers pointing down, shoulders rolling back. Okay, now we're going to bring the arms behind and the right hand is going to clasp the left wrist. Both elbows are bent and the hand is on the sacrum. Don't let the shoulders keel forward and the chest close and the belly flop. Draw the belly button up, roll the shoulders back, the collarbones lengthening, the arms moving back. Now press the shoulder blades forward. Breathing. And now see if you can move the hands higher up towards the curve of the lower back. The arms still moving back, the front shoulder still moving back. And now let's see if we can move the hands even higher up. Elbows moving back, front shoulders moving back. A continual lengthening of the collarbones. And then the hands back down. And then turn around again so you can see the back. And we're going to release and change sides. Left hand holding the right wrist, both elbows are bent. Hand is resting on the sacrum. Front shoulders back, elbows back. Be firm with your legs, lift the chest up. And now see if the hands can go higher. Elbows back. Shoulder blades going down the back, not lifting up. And shoulder blades also pressing forward, so the back body is opening the front body. And then even higher. And then coming back down, sliding out, and releasing the arms. Feel how light they feel. Alright, for some standing poses, but with attention to our arms. So we have the wall, but we are going to need a strap, and we need it to be a nice long strap. So you can either tighten the loop all the way up to one end, so it's a long strap, or undo the loop and have a nice long strap, leaning back on the mat. So we have the strap, and let's just do the movement with the strap and the arms, so that that's implemented, and then we can bring the standing pose action into it. So the strap goes behind, and like this, and we hold it with the palms facing down, feeling that. So having the strap to press against, really extending as if the arms are opening from the center of the chest. And now I'm going to turn the arms so the palms are facing up and re-extend. Shoulders down, the arms originating in the center of the chest. And now turn the palms down again. And turn the palms up again. And turn them down. And release. Alright, so we're going to do Virabhadrasana 2. Makes sense, right? Because it's the arms of Virabhadrasana 2. So the outside edge of our left foot against the wall. And the right leg forward. The heel lining up with the arch of the foot. And keep the hips solid. Avoid this tendency. Straighten up the hips. Charge the legs. Prepare this right knee so it's rolling open. So if we try to stretch our arms here, the arms are a bit bent. That's fine. Lift them and keep the arms a little bit bent. And then begin to make a square with that front leg. And as we make the square, we'll be able to extend both arms at the same time with the palms facing down. Keep the outside edge of that back foot firm. And when you've gone to your maximum on the front foot, the front leg, turn the head forward without lifting the chin up. Lower the chin back and the neck long. Charging the arms. And now turn the hands of the arms face up to the sky. Extend from the center of the chest. Shoulders down. And then turn the hands back down. And then coming in. And releasing to change sides. So bringing a lot more sensation into our arms than we perhaps normally give them in our standing poses. Outside edge of the right foot against the wall and feeling how that relates to the neck, the head, the jaw. Taking the right distance for you and then first lining up the hips. Preparing the front leg. Bringing the arms up. Palms will face down, but we can't quite fully extend yet, but we will. Ready? Inhale. Exhale, begin to make that square, checking with your eyes. Going as deep as the vehicle will allow you, keeping the outside edge of the back foot against the wall and the arms stretching. Shoulders down. Turning the head. And now ready, let's turn the arms so the palms face up. Make sure the ribs, the trunk are moving towards the wall. Away from the front leg, but the head is turning forward. Stretch the arms, shoulders down. And then the palms turning back down. And then back up. Elbows bending, of course. And coming in. Alright, just drop the strap to the side a little bit and come back to these, starting with the fingers facing up. Move the ribs away. Shoulders down. Turn the head away. Extend out through the arm. Feel even more. Head to the wall. And forward. And release. Turning around. Fingers up. So these simple movements, but so much to be experienced and opened. Move the ribs away. Head to the right. Left arm firm, elbow firm. and to the middle, and releasing. Turning around, fingers like this. Watching our tendencies in the arms and the elbows. Don't let these shoulders lift up. Ribs moving away. Turn the head. I can really feel that in this right arm. And then head to the wall. And to the center. And releasing, changing sides. Fingers back. Ribs away. Shoulders down. Head to the right, back of the neck long. Head to the wall. And to the center. And releasing. Last variation, fingers turning down. Hands in line with the shoulders. Elbows not over flexing and not bending. So adjusting for your typology. Make sure the ribs, the trunk is moving away. Shoulders down, head away. And turning the head to the wall. And to the center. And coming out. Last time, last side. Fingers facing down. Shoulders down. Head away. And now head towards the wall. And then to the middle. And release. All right, take the... Well. Okay. Little spin out there. Okay, let's take the strap. One last little standing strap work here. Let's now make this loop wider, just a little bit wider than our shoulders. Tiny bit wider, not too much wider. Like this. And then bring our hands behind and have the strap over the wrists, palms facing each other. Spread the feet just hip distance apart for stability. Make sure that the feet are parallel. Press the heels down firmly, roll the shoulders back. Arms back, chest lifting. Feel the difference in the posture. Feel the difference in the breath in the posture. Turn the head to the right. Turn the head to the left. To the middle. Lift the chin up. And then keep the chest lifted the way that it is and lower the chin down. And then lift the chin up to neutral. And take the strap off. Last variation. Tell me you don't feel the heart might beat a little faster. Really getting into this area, not through, working out, but through breath, energy, and opening. We're going to make this loop a little bit smaller so that it's now like a Savasana loop. It's lined up with our armpits. And we're bringing the strap behind, and this time we're putting it just above the elbows. Feet in the same position. Lengthen those collarbones. Up out, arms going back. Palms facing each other. Make sure the sacrum is moving towards the heels, so not overarching the back and sticking the buttocks out. Move the buttocks towards the heels, lift the pubic bone up. Keep the lumbar area firm. And want to get into the middle back and particularly upper back. Don't let those shoulders lift. Press them down, shoulder blades down. Chest opening, breathe. Now lift the chin up, the chest lifting. Keep that new opening in the chest. As we lower the chin down, Jala Bandha. And then exhaling, sliding the strap off. Okay, let us come down to the mat now. We will continue to use a strap and we will take 3 blankets. So 3 blankets and a strap, and continue with our shoulders. Hi again. So 1 blanket is here for comfort, for the knees and the shins. 1 blanket is going to go between the backs of our knees and our calves, so that's waiting for us here. And 1 blanket folded up to whatever height is right for you. You might need it chunky, you might be able to go down. That's going to be for the forehead so that we avoid pressing the head forward into the floor as we do these shoulder openers. So this can be waiting here for you and you can judge how you want it to be. Strap handy, of course. Coming into Vajrasana, placing this first blanket so that it's really wedged in the backs of the knees. And of course this blanket can be higher. If it's hard to sit down, if it hurts the knees, take more height here. And then just gently pull the skin of the kneecap slightly up. This also is a little movement, but it really helps. Okay, so this 3rd blanket for the forehead. So you might just want to check where that's going to be and if it's the right height for you. So you know it's coming. There we go. And now our strap. And of course the tightness of the strap is going to depend on your shoulders. I'm going to go in to a tiny little loop, but you can of course go wider. So the hands behind the back, the strap is over the wrists, and we are interlocking the fingers, the thumbs pressing against each other. So the hands are cupping, the palms are not pressing against each other. They're cupping and pressing away from each other. Now roll those shoulders back. Feel the familiar openings, the collarbones lengthening. The vehicle is so ready. Okay, we are coming forward. And the arms are lifting up. And here we are in the first variation of these shoulder openers. Keep trying to lift the front shoulders up away from the mat. They'll want to drop down because you sort of think, oh, I can get the arms over more if I drop my front shoulders down. Don't let that happen. The most important part is the lift of the arms, the opening of the front shoulders, and then from that, if there's any give and any possibility of getting the arms closer and closer to the floor above the head, go ahead and do that. But make sure that the front shoulders are lifting up, not crunching down. Okay, now if the arms went quite far over, bring them back up so that they're facing the sky cleanly, like a 90-degree angle. We're going to bring the arms over to the right, but first we have to move the abdomen and the trunk to the left. So lift the head up slightly, prepare the abdomen and trunk, move them to the left and the arms will start to descend. Bring your forehead back down to the blanket. Not the side of the head, but the forehead. And now, let your bottom arm, which is the right arm, let that right arm do the inviting. So it slightly pulls the left arm, inviting it in. The left shoulder rolls back more, the front of the right shoulder rolls back too. The arms descending. Keep the sides of the neck as even as possible. And back to the middle. And now we're preparing for the left side. So we're moving our trunk to the right, the arms going to the left, and now the forehead back to our blanket support. And now it's the left arm that's doing the inviting. So it's a little firmer, it's pulling the right arm across, saying, come, come. Roll the front of those shoulders back. And that's how we can start to access the shoulder blades, the upper back. Don't press the forehead down. Keep it just lightly resting on its support. Let the action be in the shoulders and the back, and not the neck and the jaw. And then bringing the arms back up to the middle. And then back down to the floor. Before you release, just see which little pinky is underneath, the right or the left. Just remember so you can know how to change the cross of your hands. And then release the hands from the strap. And let's slowly, gently roll back up. Elbows back, shoulders back, and head back. Vajrasana. All right, we have the other side to do. So let's bring the strap back, bring the arms through. If it was too much, you can always do this sitting up, lifting the arms to the right, to the left. Just make sure the shoulders don't lift up. Okay, changing the cross of the fingers. And here we go. Last time, last three variations. Coming forward, forehead down, back of the neck long, and the arms lifting. Slow the breath down. Hurrying the breath is not going to hurry how long we spend here. And slowing the breath down is going to help you to notice more and to adjust, to fine-tune this pose. And now abdomen drop to the left, arms come to the right, the middle of the forehead back down. It's the bottom arm that's doing the inviting, so it's a little stronger. And then back to the middle. And preparing the trunk to the right, so the arms can go to the left, forehead back down. And now it's the bottom arm that's a little stronger, that's pulling the top arm across. Keep trying to roll both of the shoulders back. And then the arms coming back up. And releasing. Taking the hands out of the strap and just resting here in child's pose. And as you rest, just be sure of one thing, well, a few things. One, the shoulders are relaxing. Two, the skin of the forehead is gently moving towards the nose. And then roll it back up. Front shoulders back, collarbones long, elbows back, chest lifting, chin lowering, buttress. Soften the jaw. And releasing. Okay, it's time for a little bitty halasana savangasana, because it's such a fantastic shoulder opener. So we're going to pile these 3 blankets up. We're going to pile these blankets up one on top of the other, so we have a neat edge facing the wall for our neck. And have a strap and meat for that. So we've got the 3 blankets with the neat edges, not the ruffles, facing the wall. And you want to check your distance to be sure that when you lie down and your head is here, your neck is here, your shoulders are here, and you roll over, your feet can touch the wall because it's a really nice support to have. So check that, press pause on me if you need to, check that. And then your strap, armpit to armpit, the loop. And let's bring the arms into the strap before we roll in. So we've done this action once, where the strap comes up just over the elbows, shoulders rolling back, ribs broadening, lifting, chest lifting, chin down. This is actually the trunk of Savangasana when you're sitting up. Now we're going to do the same thing in the Savangasana Halasana. So let's come on in. Keeping the shoulders rolling back, so we've got them so nicely organized there. Okay, and we're ready to lift up. Keep the chin towards the throat and bring the feet to the wall. Once you've found the wall, you'll be a little bit more comfortable to pay attention to the shoulders again. So you want to move your weight to the left shoulder, lifting the right shoulder up and roll it back more. You can get quite a lot more opening there, and then the same on the other side. Doing that a few times, wiggling in so the shoulders have maximum opening. And then bending the elbows, placing the hands on the back. And this is where your hands can also be utilized, by pressing the back ribs in. And you'll feel the shape change a little bit. Keep the chin towards the throat. Keep the chest expanding, the ribs broadening, the elbows moving back. Keep the hands firm on the back body. The moment the hands rest, then the back body starts to rest into the hands. It's a different action. When the hands are pressing in, the back body has to learn to press into to do its job correctly. Now we're going to prepare for Ikapada Savangasan, keeping the left foot where it is. Lift the right leg up, keeping it charged as you lift. You can see it. Bring it right up. Pull the toes back. Push the heel up, keeping the back of the heel long. And roll the thighs in. Now see if you can climb your hands higher up your back and press the back ribs in. Shoulders back. Lowering that right leg down. And now lifting the left leg. Ekapada Sarvangasana. Don't let the leg be hanging forward. Move that leg back. Front thigh pressing back. Now pull the toes down, broaden the ball of the foot. Push the heel up and roll both of the front thighs in towards each other. Hands coming higher up the back, back ribs in. Sternum to the chin. And then preparing to lower the leg. Keep the leg straight as you lower the left leg. Halasana. Release the hands from the back now. Stretch the arms back behind you, palms facing each other. Press the arms down. Press the back ribs in and up. Chin to the chest, chest to the chin. And now hands to the back, bending the knees. We're going to push ourselves off, rolling out. You can support the hips. And rolling gently up, sliding the strap off. And as we come back down, we're just moving ourselves a little bit backwards so the head and the shoulders are on the mat, but the hips are on the blanket. Now widen those feet, turn the toes in, heels out, let the knees rest. And extend the arms diagonally away, shoulders rolling back, sides of the neck even. Deep inhalation, deep exhalation. And now, rolling over, pushing ourselves back out. And up. Okay, it's now time for our Shavasana, which is going to be a special Shavasana that supports our shoulder blades to help press them up, which in turn will help our front shoulders keep relaxing and flowing in our Shavasana. So we need 2 blocks, a bolster, and a couple of blankets. Well, we have our 3 blankets, so go ahead and get 2 more blocks and a bolster, and let's pull our mat a little bit away. Alright, so our bolster is going to be for our neck and the top part of our shoulders here. And then we have 2 blocks which are like this, so they're not blade shape, they're flat like that. And they are right here, it's going to be for our shoulder blades. Alright, our blankets. One of them is going to be folded up several times into that chunky sized blanket that we used for the front of our shoulders against the wall. And this is going to go underneath our sacrum, so we can adjust into it. And then these remaining blankets can be rolled, and they can be meeting there for the backs of our knees. So let's just find the position, test it out, make sure we're really comfortable, because if we're not comfortable, we can't relax. If we can't relax, we can't have Shavasana. So let's check it all out. Sitting on the chunky blanket, so that when you lie back, your shoulder blades are supported. I'm a little bit far away, I'm going to bring it in a tiny bit, and the head is comfortable. And then, is this in the right place? It's underneath my calves, not the right place at all. So I would want to bring it in. Of course, if you have a second bolster, use a second bolster. So that is going to be underneath the knees supported. So now I think that everything is going to be just perfect. It is. Well, actually, I could go one blanket higher here for my knees. I think that would be better. There, that feels much better. All right, coming down, the shoulder blades supported. Of course, always the buttocks moving towards the front of the mat to ensure that the lower back is not lifting up. It's going down, the abdomen receding down. The legs should feel supported, taking the height that you need to get that comfort zone. And then the front shoulders rolling back, the hands not in line with the shoulders, not by the trunk, but diagonally out. And as the front shoulders roll back, the shoulder blades are supported, so they press up, but the front shoulders roll back. And that rolling back energy flows out through the arms and through the hands. The sides of the neck are even, the head is comfortable. The cheeks are soft, the temples are soft. The jaw is soft. And the eyelids gently closing. The eyeballs melting backwards towards the back of the skull. With a gentle exhalation, relax the shoulders. Relax the arms, the hands. And with a gentle exhale, relax the spine, the hips, the buttocks. The legs resting even more profoundly from that. The feet passive. Shavasana. Slowly, gently. Just bending the elbows, the hands lifting and resting on the lower abdomen. And the eyes feel ready to open. Letting the eyelids flicker a few times, shut, open. Until the eyes can stay open, free of strain, the gaze is diffused. And then you're exiting by rolling over onto our sides. Using our arms, our hands to come out. And we can take a seat right here in Sukhasana. The chest beautifully lifted. The chin naturally lowering into Jalandhara. And then the palms folding together. Loka samastaha. Sukhiho bhavantu. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. Just the hands come down. The chin lifts back up, the eyelids open. And welcome back. Our practice is complete. So I hope that you enjoyed this exploration of the arms, the shoulders, and just how that can relate so much to the neck. There's so much chronic pain in people's upper backs, shoulders from the current usages that we have for our vehicles, a lot of screaming, a lot of sitting, and this awareness and bringing it into your life, into your other practices is really going to help combat that so that we are again standing up straight, the heart open, the shoulders releasing backwards, and it's a completely different state of mind, state of connection, state of perception when we're in this space. Let me know how it was for you. Namaste. See you soon to keep practicing.